Hey guys, and welcome to episode 3. In this episode, it's going to be a lot like the last episode. I'm going to be doing a bit of combat training and as well as some money making. And I have unlocked a few new things that hopefully will make it a bit more interesting. So yeah, let's get started. So first thing in this episode is I finally got 70 attack. It took a while and it was pretty painful and boring, but I'm finally done with it. Now that I have 70, I have unlocked a bunch of new weapons, mainly the Abyssal Whip, which is going to be the next item I buy because I'll be using it to train other combat skills and even make some money with it. But I will be staying at 70 attack for a while now because I don't see any other need to get it any higher other than 75 for Godswords, but I have nowhere near enough money to buy any of those anyways. And I'm just going to leave it at 70 until I train some of my other combat stats. But the Abyssal Whip isn't the only new weapon that I am going to get with 70 attack. It also unlocks the Zamorakian Spear, Barrow's weapons, and the Saradomin Sword. And I'm going to use mainly the Zamorakian Spear and the Saradomin Sword because the Spear is really good in terms of stab attacks, and there's tons of monsters that are weak to stab, so I'll be able to make lots of money with that. And then the Saradomin Sword I will use to train strength because it's the best weapon in the game for that. Both are worth, obviously, they're 9 million for both of them, but I should be able to get that in a decent amount of time. I mean, it'll take a while since I don't have very many good money making methods now, but first things first, I'm going to need to get the whip. I'm going to be showing you an alternative method that I'm going to use to get it because my last method didn't work very well, so hopefully you like it. You've probably already seen it before, but I'm just going to show it again anyways. Okay, so before I get to my next money making method, I thought I'd just show selling my dragon scimitar because I no longer need it, because after my money making I will be buying a whip, obviously, and I thought this would just give me a quick little head start. So I got 62k for it, and so that was a nice little boost right there since the whip has gone up in price. So now let's get to the money making. Okay, so for this next money making method, it is swamp lizards. Like I said, you've probably already heard of it. You will need to have completed priest and peril, whatever, to get access to this area, Mauritania or whatever. And you will need level 29 hunter. It's another hunter method, and 3 ropes and 3 small fishing nets. So anyways, you're going to run south out of Canifis like I did, and when I got there the world was full, so I had to hop, which is what you just saw. And you can pick any one of these 2 spots. You can see to the east of me there are 4 small trees, and right here there are 3. And you will not want to use any other places other than these because your banking will get too long and it'll reduce your profit. So try to stay at either of these 2 locations. So all you're gonna do is click on one of the trees, the young trees, and if you just right click on it, you'll set your trap, and then a lizard will hopefully run into it and get caught, and it'll look like a big circle like that lizard right there just got caught in, or else they'll escape and you'll have a rope and a small fishing net laying on the ground, and you'll need to pick those up and reset the trap. So I find this method very enjoyable because you are clicking the whole time and you're always doing something, and it's also really good hunter XP too. I don't know how much hunter XP, but I know it's close to 100k an hour, maybe like 65 or 70k. So make sure, just as a recap, make sure you have an open world. See, this guy came in here and tried to get me to leave, and if you just kind of stay in your spot and don't give up your ground, they will leave, as you'll see in just a second. And so yeah, I've heard this can be about 400k an hour to 600k. I think it all depends on if your lizards sell or not, which I'll have to see if mine sell. And you'll also want to make sure you have 40 hunters so you can set 3 traps, or else you can stay at this until you get level 40, and then while setting 2 traps, and then you can move on to 3 traps to increase your profits. Okay, so when you run out of inventory space for your lizards, you're gonna just have to bank at Canifis. You can either run like I have to do, or there's some sort of teleport spell on the I think it's the lunar spell book or whatever that I don't have access to yet, that will teleport you right there, and then you can just bank and run back. But you'll need to stop catching the lizards once you have completed, or once you have filled up all but the bottom row and the first 2 spots. That's so you can have enough space for your nets and your ropes. You can also wield one of the lizards because they're actually a weapon, and that'll get you 1 more space, but I don't do that very much because it's just an extra 1k. So once you're done banking, you can just run back to the hunter spot. Now, as you can see, I ran out of run here. It all depends on your agility level. You can use an energy potion if you like, but it's not recommended. So I will be staying at swamp lizards until I get enough money to buy my whip, and after that, depending on how well these sell and how much profit I make, I may switch to other methods in order to get my other higher level weapons, or I may stay with this, so we'll have to see. Hey guys, so while I was finishing up my swamp lizard hunting, I got 50 hunter, which was pretty nice. When I started out, I had 44, and then I caught just over 300 lizards, and I really liked this method. I found it pretty enjoyable, and I noticed this spot right here with the 4 traps, the lizards catch much faster for some reason than the one to the east. I don't know why, but if you can use this spot, definitely take it. But I think I'll be doing this method again because it turned out really nice, and it made me a really good amount of money too. So like I said, I had caught just over 300 swamp lizards, and when I sold them, I sold it for full price, and I even got a little bit more. I got 380k for 302 swamp lizards, and when you add that with the sale of my dragon scimitar, it was very easy to buy the whip, and I got it, I think it was at regular price, but I still added 5%, and so that was really nice. And so there I put it on. That's the first time I've worn the whip, and so now I'm going to go do some combat stuff to use my brand new weapon. So that is the end of episode 3. I decided to end it a little soon and stop this video at about 8 minutes just so I could end on a high note of getting the whip. In the next episode, I'll be using it a bit and trying some new money-making methods with it so that I can buy the Zamorakian Spear and Ceradoman Sword. And so I'll see you next time. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe.